So, for photographers, what do you think are the most important items then that they have in their contract?
Baseline, to answer your question, I mean, you're always going to follow the who, what, where, when, why, and how, right? That kind of structure
Mhm.
of making sure all of that, whether it's, boudoir or wedding or whatever type of photography that you're doing. So, of course, how you're going to get paid, when you want to get paid, how much. But for me, oftentimes I tell my clients, if I'm going to custom draft it, I'm like, write out your entire workflow with the client, with your client from beginning to end. And that's really the bones that we use. So making sure you touch pretty much all the steps. And of course, I'm not going to tell them that you edit on Thursdays. Not that. I'm talking about your interacting workflow with the client. But on the legal miscellany, and this can go for any industry, incredibly important. You see it, people call it boilerplate or templated legal. It's typically at the bottom. That's kind of the catch-all where all this legal miscellany goes. This is where it's going to. This is what's going to provide the legal basis for you if there is a dispute. What law is going to govern? What kind of dispute resolution are you going to go through? Is you going to require a mediation, or can they just go ahead and go to court and file against you? My most favorite one, you'll chuckle when I say it, is the attorney's fees provision, but not for the reason that you think. Not for
Okay.
Not just so I don't get paid. Here's what happens is majority of states, if not all, if a client or either party breaches the contract, you go to court and you think you see on TV, well, I win, the losing party is going to pay my attorney's fees. It's not unless it was agreed to in the contract. So I've had situations where photographers have delivered everything. They got a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puff client on the other side of the table who decides to file, drags the photographer into court. And in the end, they had a contract, maybe, wrote in the cells or nothing at all, but it didn't have attorney's fees in there. And they're concerned then because they've had to pay me or another attorney to represent them. And even if they win, they're not getting that money back. That money is gone. And so that is a really important one that I always look for and encourage to have in there, because even if you say you may never go to pursue your client for anything, you don't know if they won't do that against you. And oftentimes when I have so many photographers who come with self-drafted contracts, or these contracts out of these free ones in these systems that are available in CRMs that are out there. When they come to me with an issue, I have to tell them, you're looking at paying probably $10,000, $15,000 to resolve this to the end, and you're not going to get it back. That often is a stopping point to not be able to pursue anything simply because you didn't have that one paragraph in there.